Did you guys know there are over 1.1 billion websites online today, and over 80% of users never scroll past the first page of Google? So this means if you're not showing up on that first page, your competitors probably are, but you have a very slim chance of being found. In today's video, we are going to talk about the importance of SEO, search engine optimization. That's what allows customers to be able to find you online, whether it's a blog, an online store, whether you have a B2B business or whatever kind of business you have. This allows you to be found. And if 80% of users aren't scrolling past the first page and you can land up there, imagine how much real estate you get and how many more sales that can boost for you just by doing that. So here's the issue. You just launched your website, you're excited about it, and you're wondering why you're not getting found. You probably ran ads, got some traffic to it, and did other things, had someone do a post for you or a post on social media, and you got some traffic to it. But other than that, you don't see a consistent volume in getting found and getting, whether that's sales or whether that's leads, whatever you're trying to get, you're not seeing a consistent pattern in it. One of the biggest reasons that could be is SEO. SEO is really what drives people to your site. It's really what makes people find you online. One of the main issues with this that a lot of business owners tend to avoid is SEO altogether. Sometimes it could be too technical for them, they don't understand it, or they just don't care about it. But one of the main issues why a lot of people don't like SEO, or if they know about it, they tend to shy away from it because it takes time to build. It takes time to get your website ranking for certain terms within your industry for someone to be able to actually find you. And that's where the lack of patience come in. And then we tend to do things like neglect the SEO. And that's where one of the biggest mistakes come in, because later on down the line, you will realize you actually need that and that your competitors are actually showing up above you and they're ranking for way more sales than what you are ranking for, or they're ranking for way more valuable words that you're ranking for, which in turn is driving them a lot more sales and a lot more traffic than you have. But SEO isn't about guessing. It's about understanding how search engines work and then understanding how your target customers are typing it in, the psychology behind what they're typing and why they're typing it in. So there's really four basic parts to SEO. First, you have keywords. Keywords are what people type in or search when they're looking for a product or a service that you might offer. If you had a shoe brand, people might not necessarily look for the name of your shoe brand, but they might look for black leather shoes or something like that, or what is the best black leather shoes to wear in the fall, however that might be. So keywords could be a question, or they could be a word, or they could be multiple words in one. You can use tools like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, Ubersuggest. There's plenty of tools out there to search what your customers are searching for, and that puts you in a mind frame of how they search and what they're actually searching for. The second is going to be on-page SEO. On-page SEO is really the titles, descriptions. It's the words within the page itself, wherever they're landing on. Those words should really be optimized, meaning the same word that's in your title, somewhere in a way that should be in the description. And even if you look at it, this is how Amazon actually makes your product visible also. Amazon is a search engine. It's ran by keywords. And even when you put something on a product page on there, that's typically how people are actually finding you, how Amazon determines if they're going to show your product for what that search term was. So you will see that a lot of times your descriptions, your titles of it, even the tags that's put into that actual product page, or whether it's a service page or any of that, it has to really match and be cohesive to a degree. You will see that, and that's on-page SEO. Off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is when other sites point to you. It's not typically something that's on your site, but it's when another site points to you. So let's use those black leather shoes that we said, for example. If another fashion blog wrote an article on black leather shoes and they recommended your site, this now gives you more authority. And that's one thing that Google looks for and search engines look for, are other sites recommending you. So these are things that actually helps with the ranking of your page, getting pushed to that first page. And last but not least, which a lot of people avoid or neglect, I'm going to say, is technical SEO. Technical SEO is the speed of your site. It's the functionality of your site. When you think of technical SEO, think of how well your site functions. Is it loading slow? When a customer comes onto your site, is it loading too slow to where they quickly go off the page and go somewhere else? Now, that is going to affect you being pushed up to that first page also, because one thing that goes unnoticed is that Google have what they call bots. They crawl your site to make sure that all the information is there, to make it see what are they looking for. It's more like a librarian that goes and see how organized the books are in a section. So if your website is not organized, if it's slow, technical SEO, you will get what you, I want to say they almost put this like on a grading scale when they do technical SEO, but this will hurt your site. Even if you have all the other things right, this is something that can hurt your site, that keeps you from getting to that first page. So make sure those 4 components are right, and those are the 4 basic components of SEO that can help you rank. Now, if I had to say if SEO boiled down to one major factor, I would definitely say it's content. Content is one of the most important parts of SEO. That's really what it is outside of the technical part of SEO, making sure things functional and everything like that. Yes, but content is what it boils down to. Now, out of all of the strategies that we just discussed, if I had to say what I think the most important one would be, it would be off-page SEO, getting other sites with higher authority than you to link back to you. So if you wrote a great article and Forbes picked it up, and now they link back to you, that is going to do wonders for your site. That is going to push you up in the rankings a lot faster, just because a site with that much notoriety link back to you. You can almost look at off-page SEO and backlinks more like influencer marketing. You have a bigger brand or a bigger company than you that gives you some type of shout out or post your product or whatever they're posting. You could almost ideally look at it like that, because in actuality, that's kind of what it is. So that's why I say that would be the most important thing. But outside of that, this is why you have to create great quality content. One that solves problems, that answers questions, that does a lot of stuff for the readers of value. So that way you are getting stuff linked back to you. So just remember, anytime you're doing SEO, you are in it for the long game. This isn't nothing that's going to happen overnight. Couple months and 3 months. SEO on average is going to take 6 months to 12 months to actually build your presence up on Google and on the search engine. But when you do, the best thing about it is you have it. I always like to refer to SEO as digital real estate. So this is a great thing if you can get this done right, and it can provide some long-term benefits for sure for you. Just to recap, we went through the 4 basic parts of SEO, and in the future I may dive deeper into the keyword research in each of those sections that we talked about with SEO. As always, if you guys found value out of this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel like there's anything else I could have added to this video, make sure you add that down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to make sure I reply to those and answer any of those that you guys have to say. So until then, you guys, I'm Angelo Austin from Austin Media Group. Catch you on the next one.